This Monday, we're coming in, we're dancing, or in a celebratory mode, and we're celebrating the small wins. Guys, I'm just so happy that you continue to join me here every Monday as I come in and I continue to inspire intellectual innovation. Today, we're speaking about the small wins because sometimes we see the small wins and those small things don't really matter to us. Yes, they do matter. As you traverse the road less traveled in your blueprint for growth, those goals that you set, you will map out all of those grand plans and those grand outcomes that you have for your life. And you take the steps, actionable steps, to ensure that those plans and those goals come to life. You continue to say to yourself, I must see the big picture. When this all comes together, I will be delighted. And then I will know. And then I can really tell myself, you know what? I put in the work. I took those actionable steps. And now those grand plans and those big goals were able to manifest. Have you ever thought about the small wins? Have you ever thought about how those small wins are really those things that are getting you closer to that big picture? I guess you never did. And this is why I wanted to come on here today to ask you to celebrate the small wins. It would really help if you celebrated those small wins because, and I'm emphasizing small because we like to see it as, oh, that's just a small thing. Yeah. It would really help if you celebrated those small wins because those small wins, if you really sit and you think about it, those small wins are the reason behind why you keep going. They are your source for motivation. So you're not just waking up each day and you're so happy to go and go and go, especially if nothing is happening. So you know that something is happening because of those small wins. Those small wins help you to build your confidence as it tells you that you are doing something right, you are on the right path, you're beginning to see some light, and the pathway is becoming clearer. You can see the big picture. This week, moving forward, I ask you to celebrate those small wins. Each time you achieve that goal or you get past that hurdle, I want you to know that you have won. And I want you to celebrate that win. Pause, observe, look back at how far you have come. I always say you can only move forward by looking back. Looking back at how far you have come. Yeah? You can celebrate those wins by rewarding yourself, whether it is maybe from anything from an ice cream, a wine date, going for tea with your girlfriends, getting your guy friends to go out for a drink, getting yourself that new tie, that handbag you always wanted. And maybe when you see the big picture, perhaps you can get that mansion. But know that you're celebrating yourself. Celebrate those wins by changing your perspective about yourself and whether you are actually winning. Change the perspective because sometimes we like to think about our perception. We can shape that perception about ourselves because we feel like we are not really seeing the big picture. Enjoy the incremental progress and know that you will get there in time. Change your perspective. Know that every step you take is a step in the right direction, and every hurdle you cross over, in that moment, you won. Tell yourself, I won. I am winning. This week, I want you to look back at your journey and take a note of all of the wins you considered small and celebrate. Know that you are all in and on course, and that one day that big picture will come together. That's all I'm asking of you this week. Celebrate the small wins, have fun with it. Know that those steps that you are taking and those hurdles that you are crossing over, that's actually a win. Believe in yourself. Know that one day, when you look back on that journey, you can see that, yes, I really celebrated myself. I did really well in that moment. I'm just so happy that I was able to celebrate me. And look at all these times. Oh my God, you have your album, you have maybe your information stored on your drive, and you can look back and you can say, this is what I achieved in 2016. And that was how I was able to celebrate myself. Yeah? This was what I was able to achieve now in 2022. And when I look back on my journey, I'm just so grateful for being able to celebrate those wins, because in the moment, those wins meant so much to me. Don't wait for when we get to 2061 and you look back and you have no records, you didn't celebrate your wins, you're beating up on yourself. You said, oh boy, if I had only known, it will be too late. Celebrate you and celebrate your wins. Enjoy your week, make the best of it, and celebrate your wins.